We got free agency around the corner. Coaches doubling back with pedaling back on what they said they was going to do, and a big contract on the way that needs to be dealt with. Well, instead of just lingering on in the intro, let me just get straight to it.
What's up, man? Check out Off the Bench anytime you get a chance.
Hey, Off the Bench, it's 89. Check it out.
What up? What's good? What's happening? It's your boy Big Herb, and welcome to another episode of Off the Bench. We are on the road to 1,000 subs, so please, before we go any further, do your big man a solid real quick. Go and hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you can be abreast of what's next, and go ahead and hit the comment section because we got a lot to talk about. So starting off, let's go ahead because for somebody who is a safeties coach, they definitely are backpedaling a lot. So let's go and get straight to the first topic at hand. Jake Olson, he was hired earlier last week to be on the staff. Durante Jones decided to go ahead and add him to the staff for the team. And Lane Kiffin, I already told you how I really felt about him last week. I really ain't feeling him right now. So he decided to go ahead and try to do everything that he could to go ahead and get Jake to stay in Baton Rouge. So unfortunately, Jake Olson will not be here as a coach on the team. Maybe it shows how much Jake is really important to the whole entire situation down in Baton Rouge. If you've seen some of the clips that he had come out with last week, as far as like working with him, he's a teacher, just like he has a teaching background, so he definitely has the credentials to go ahead and not the credentials. Credentials. He's a carbon copy of DJ. So I definitely could see exactly why he wanted to keep him there. You definitely want to teach these players the position and make sure that they flourish in anything that they can do on the field. So unfortunately, he's not here. But my thing is this: do I think it's going to make or break the season or anything like that? I don't think so. But I mean, it's still something good to have somebody like that on your team. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Not gonna cry over spilled milk or anything like that. So, but moving on to the next one, because this is definitely something I will cry about if it doesn't get taken care of. Laramie Tunsil. Ladies and gentlemen, if you remember last year, the whole entire situation with Scary Terry, you realize that you don't want anything like that happening again with the whole entire contract saga. It backed up the whole entire situation on making sure that things were taken care of on contract parts. It basically puts a damper on every single thing else that you do as far as the team is concerned. Me personally, I'm looking at it like you need to get this thing done before free agency starts. It needs to get done like now. It should be done. It should have been done by last week. That's how much I feel like this whole entire contract situation needs to be dealt with. Don't have this thing lingering going into mini camp. Don't have this thing going into training camp because it's going to be a situation, and we don't want that. We already had the same thing happen last year with Terry, and it messed up the whole entire chemistry with the team. I feel like you have a top 5 player at his position, maybe top 3 at his position, and you don't want that to have that contract situation lingering around any more than what it is. If I'm not mistaken, he has a He has one more year left on the contract, so extend it. There's nothing else to talk about. We already know we want him. He deserves to be paid. He is one of the top top five at his position, arguably. So why are we even letting this thing linger on longer than what it needs to be? Just resign him. You know that you want him here. And I would say, give or take, I would say give him like a 4-year deal at this point because he's 31. And tackles usually last pretty long in the league for that position. We've seen even some that goes as far as like 38 or 40. You think of players like Trent Williams. He's if I'm not mistaken, I think he's like 36, 37, and he's still one of the top premier tackles in his position. And it's something that we should not be playing around with. You look at Andrew Whitworth. He's on. You see him on Thursday Night Football. He played in his position until he was 40. So, and he was a top tier tackle at his position. So I think that in this situation, you definitely need to take care of this position at left tackle with Laramie Tunsil. So get him signed before free agency starts. The new free agency period starts, because you're gonna have to go ahead and make sure that money is allocated. I just think it's a lot to deal with right this second, and you need to go ahead and take care of that situation. It's just don't play around with it. At the end of the day, we seen what happened last year with Terry. Terry definitely came in here. He came in. He wasn't on the same page. He didn't get that same chemistry. You need to have that chemistry with the offensive line, because if you don't, then JD is going to be in the situation. So I'm not saying just give him the whole entire bank, but give him at least 3/4. So he definitely deserves it. Laramie Tunsil is a top 3, top 5 player at his position that we don't need to play around with this. Just get the situation settled. You pay the man, as Coach Prime would say. So with free agency coming around the corner, ESPN's Matt Bowen has put out a list of the top 50 players in free agency that he feels is the best team fits. So with the Commanders situation that he posted up, it is 2 players on that top 50, and both of them are in the top 20, to be specific. First things first, on these 2 picks, I have to say I definitely agree with him. Is positions of need and is quality players at these 2 positions. So first off, the first person he chose at number 13 for the Commanders is Quay Walker, linebacker out of Green Bay. He said with veteran linebacker Bobby with veteran linebacker Bobby Wagner also hitting free agency, Walker could fill a need for the Commanders. After posting 128 tackles with the Packers last season, he has the traits to fit really well in Dan Quinn's defense. Paired with Frankie Louvu, Walker could be set up on pressures, and has the best second level speed to track the ball or close throwing windows. Washington would get younger and faster on the defense with this move. I couldn't agree more with him. You have this situation going on as far as with Quay Walker. If you seen him in the playoffs last year, the boy was killing it. He was the reason in the first half where they had no chance. Chicago was not doing anything. Now, granted, I think as far as like the whole entire situation in the second half, it wasn't all on him. There was some things that he definitely was inconsistent with. And I think that's the number one thing that he needs to work on is his consistency. I definitely love that choice, because that's something I think that we need to address as far as linebacker. The guy is fast. I mean, he loved Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner has been a consistent leader. He's been the ultimate teammate on this team, captain. I just think that as far as this whole entire situation, you need to address this linebacker position. You get younger, you get more speed, you get every single thing that you need. And pairing him up with Frankie Louvu on the blitz, I love the whole entire tactics of just signing him on. Before we go any further, Ronco in the comments section says, only one thing wrong with the statement is DJ's defense, not DQ's. Yes, yes, it's actually accurate as hell. Because what's his name? DQ had gave DJ the reins to the whole entire picks as far as defense is concerned. So yeah, I think this is a very good fit for DJ's defense. The other person that I feel that Matt Bowen was spot on with it was Isaiah Likely, tight end from Baltimore. He says, with the Commanders making the transition to new offense coordinator David Blau, Likely could replace free agent Zach Ertz as the middle of the field target on quarterbacks for quarterback Jaden Daniels. Likely will bring more upside with his catch and run ability. A move player in the formation likely would be a scheme to create underneath one-on-ones. He had 27 catches for 301 yards and a touchdown with Baltimore last season. Now, I think as far as like those stats that he actually had on that team last year, he was sharing passes with what's his name, Mark Andrews last year. Mark Andrews has been a shell of himself the last 2 years. And Isaiah Likely has shown that he can actually take the reins for the next stop because he's already said that he wants to be the number one target in an offense. Well, come on to DC because we sure as hell need a tight end at this point. Ben Sinnen has shown nothing. Although I like, I'm trying to remember our other tight end. Damn it. I do like our other tight end. He's one of the best pass blocking tight ends in the league. Best blocking, period. His name is eluding me real quick. I'm sorry. But I definitely, and Kosin Yankov is definitely, he's a player. I mean, he's not somebody that could go ahead and run up and down the field and make great plays on. But it's just, I don't know. It's just it's right there. He doesn't even have to go far. He's the best player available. He instantly signing him on the team would make him automatically the best tight end. There we go. John Bates. John Bates is the best blocking tight end in the league. And with having him on the team, you already had the pass blocking situation. And especially with the whole entire situation, how we're going to be going into under the center. Hell, I'll even put this is what I would do. I would go ahead and put Sinnott at fullback. Have him because we're going to be running out of the backfield on what's the name under the center. So put in I formation. You get I formation situations, you can go ahead and put him in and just take care of and Ben Sinnott could catch out the backfield. He could go ahead and set up the blocks and everything. Why not? You can have Bates on the field as far as the extra tight end for jumbo packages. You can go ahead and have Sinnott as a person coming out the backfield, and then you got Likely as your number one target as far as tight end is concerned. Yes, I just think it's a perfect fit. Why the hell not? But before we get into anything else, let's talk about some other perfect fits. Let's go on and talk about our sponsor for the day, W.
So let me fill you in on W. W is a powdered energy drink that replaces other inferior caffeine beverages. It contains 0 maltodextrin, 0 fillers, 0 artificial colors or dyes, and is no proprietary blends. The star of the show is our caffeine fruit extract, which helps you focus with no jitters or no crashes. Can't even front, man. This is a pretty tasty beverage. I recommend that you go online to w.com to go ahead and get your own shaker bottle, your own Japanese energy blend that they have on here. This one, Japanese yuzu, like I said before. You can go on and get different type of flavors that they have on there and go ahead and order yours. And here's the thing, when you go on there, go ahead and type in the promo code ODBHTTC for 10% off on all your products.
Secure the dub with W. Go on to W.com to go ahead and get your products and get 10% off by using the promo code ODBHTTC. And before we go any further, guys, just like my man Ronco in the comment section, tell me what you think about the whole entire situation going on in Baton Rouge with safeties coach Jake Olson going back. Tell me what you think about this whole situation as far as Laramie Tunsil's contract. And tell me what you think about Matt Bowen's top two places destinations for Quay Walker and Isaiah Likely coming to the DMV. The next thing up on the docket. So I have with the whole entire situation going on with free agency just a couple weeks away. This is what I felt that needs to be talked about. 5 players, and specifically that we definitely need to target. And these 5 players, I feel it will best fit every single situation that we have on this team. Starting off as the aforementioned last 2 that was put on by Matt Bowen, who he feels that should join this team. I'm looking at Quay Walker at number 5. I think as far as the whole entire situation with bringing him on, he's a tackling machine, second level speed. I think he's working on his consistencies, especially seeing that you have DJ come in here with his defense mindset. He's going to have people learning the position. He's going to make sure that everybody is on point with where they need to be. So why the hell not bring him in here? I think he's a perfect fit. And I'm looking at Spot Track right now. They're saying that there's what he will command in a free agency, $8.2 million a year. So I think that he would be a perfect piece to put on this team. And we have the like it's been said out there, we have the cap space to do it. So why not? Second person at number 4, Isaiah Likely has the rack ability. He's young and can grow with JD5. No Mark Andrews there to steal his targets. And if signed, he's the best fit. He's the best tight end on the roster, and it's not even close. So I think as far as that whole entire situation, you need to bring him on there. Next person who I would pick up, Wan'Dale Robinson at number 3. Wan'Dale Robinson is the best slot receiver in the free agency right this second. He gets a lot of volume catches. The last 2 years apiece, he's had at least 92 receptions over the last 2 years. And he had 1,000 yards last year with the Giants. So why the hell not? You take him off a rivals team, they get weak while we get strong. I love the situation. Try to put it makes the free agency what's the name, the wide receiver room even better. I mean, I think he's a great slot receiver. I would love to have him on this team, and he showed production over the last 2 years, and especially if you've seen what happened last year after Malik Neighbors went down. He showed that he's capable of managing volume catches at a great rate. He's got over 1,000 yards. Like I said, he's a perfect piece for this offense. And especially just thinking about like, hey, if you go off for play action, he's going to be open because you still got Terry to go ahead and take over the situation. I think he's a perfect fit. Why the hell not? And you can still try to look for somebody else in free agency as far as receivers, but I think he's the one person who I definitely want on this team. At number 2, I have Reek Woolen. He's tall, 6'5", high-end physical tools and speed. Over the last 4 years that he's been in the NFL, he's had 12 interceptions with 36 pass breakups in the last 4 years. He's coming off a Super Bowl win. He's definitely one of the best players that we need to go ahead and look after in free agency. I mean, you definitely address it. First things first, I'm just looking at because how physical he is. And if you remember every single thing that was in the press conference where DJ was addressed addressed everything. He wants everybody to have fun, but he wants everybody to be physical. Rick Willen is physical as hell. He's 6'5". He's the prototypical cornerback that Dan Quinn wants on the defense. You look at other players like when he was in with the Legion of Boom, you had Richard Sherman, who's like 6'4", 6'3". You look at the whole entire situation when he was in Dallas, when you had what's his name? Diggs. Diggs, if I'm not mistaken, is 6'4". You have the perfect situation with Tariq Woolen. Tariq Woolen is 6'5", 207 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong. But yeah, he's the perfect prototypical cornerback that you want. A big, rangy, lengthy, wiry cornerback on it that you want on this team. Why the hell not? I would love to have Rick Willen on this team. Spot Track also has him at $8.1 million a year. Also, I forgot to say Wan'Dale Robinson Spot Track. They have him listed at $17.6 million. I could go with that. And I could go with 8.1 with Rick Willen at cornerback. Now, my number one option as far as with free agency, who I really want us to pick up, I don't think that he's going to be available, but fuck it. If he's available, not giving away draft capital, but if he's available, go after him. Breece Hall, he's a dual threat, home run ability, fits the zone scheme with, that Blau wants to run, and 87 rushes of 10 yards or more over the last 4 seasons. Spot Track also has him coming in with $10.3 million a year. Sign him up. You definitely, he fills the depth piece as far as, honestly, I think as much as I love Bill, that's a great combination. Like, because the things that where Bill is lacking in as far as receiving out the backfield, Breece Hall is going. He could take a screen pass 50 yards downfield and take it to the house. Especially with, could you just imagine if you have him going on with JD5? I think it's a perfect situation that you could go ahead and muster by putting both of them together in the backfield. Just on option plays, that I think that's going to be fun to watch, especially on screen, like I said, screen plays, and just taking plays, passes out the backfield. He feels that need that you had when you wanted. What's the damn it? I'm losing this train of thought. My train of thought. Our receivers, our running back who got injured early this year. He fits the perfect situation for him. So why not go ahead and sign him up? I love the situation that we would be put in if we had Breece Hall here. He, like I said, he catches. He's explosive. He's a home run ability. 87 rushes of 10 yards or more in the last 4 seasons. Why the hell not? I just think the whole entire situation with him was he was on a very bad team, a very bad Jets team. So why the hell not bring him on this team and actually have him look explosive on this team? He will have a better line because Breece Hall does more with less. With the line that we have, it's way better than the Jets. The quarterback that we have, well, you might as well say the quarterbacks because Mariota's better than any quarterback who was on that team. He definitely is somebody to look at. You also have as far as just like the what's his name? Garrett Wilson is a very good receiver. I think he's just as good as Terry. Who else do they have on that team that could go ahead and match up with him? Tight end situation is shitty. While wide receiver situation just okay. After Wilson, there really ain't nobody left. He's the only option over in New York. Bring him here. I would love to see him in this offense because he's so shifty and able to move around. That zone blocking situation is going to be nasty work. Nasty work. I think that this is a whole entire as far as having these 5 players on the team definitely gives you an option to have this offense and defense running in the right direction. Just going in the comment section real quick. Ronco says Mariota needs to be back. I agree. At this point, I don't even like the other options at quarterback in free agency. Resign him. Mariota already knows the whole entire situation with this team, with David Blau being here the last 2 years. So he knows the personnel. The coach knows the personnel. He knows the offense that they'll be running. And why the hell not? Mariota is still a great QB as a backup. I think a lot of people got sour on him last year, but my thing is this. If your backup quarterback is playing more than your actual starting running back for reasons being injuries, then yeah, you're going to be playing. You're not going to like the situation. But my thing is this also last year with Mariota playing, if our defense could have just handled their end, we could have been a playoff team last year. Mariota in Atlanta game, the Denver game, the the Lions game. Those are three right there. If the defense is just doing their job, will we win 5 games last year? That's 8 wins right there. And there were other games where he was actually really good at. So, I mean, my thing is this. Bring Mariota back. And let me know in the comment section who you think your 5 that you would definitely want to pick up in the free agency. But and even thinking about just some of the players that's available now, I'm thinking as far as I'm not opposed to bringing Debo back. I'm just not willing to pay him $20 million a year. I think the whole entire situation with him taking like 17 last year is because they gave him the money up front. I wouldn't mind bringing Debo back. My thing is this, as far as with a lot of people were saying that Brandon Ayuk is an option in free agency. I'm not giving him more than the vet minimum, because the whole entire situation that he had last year, you had a contract year. What was that? You just came off the contract. You was bitching and moaning about that, and the way you carried yourself in there, it really wasn't the best. You have the whole entire situation with you coming in last year. They was like, "Hey, we need you to come to rehab." Never showed up to any of the rehab, but he's definitely going breaking the speed limit and going past the 49ers stadium, putting it on IG. I don't like how he was carrying the whole entire situation, and I just don't like the headache that he's bringing so far. So if he's going to come on this team, I need to see as far as like, I'm not paying them top dollar for it. You messed up your own contract, and there was nothing that the 49ers did. They did everything. They did their due diligence. You was being an asshole and trying to get released. If you didn't want to play for the team, you shouldn't have never signed a contract. Bitch him on as far as like to handle it a different way. You being a headache on the way out is not going to be a good sign for any other team that wants to sign you. And I think the only reason why he's doing this because he thinks that he could go ahead and get signed by us. And I think that JD has the pull to tell Adam Peters to go ahead and sign him. That's what I honestly think. But tell me who you think in the comment section. Who's a player that we need to re-sign on the team? Tell me who you think that your top 5 players that we need to sign at free agency. Tell me what you think about the whole entire situation with Matt Bowen's choices is out of the top 50 that fits this team. Tell me what you think about Jake Olsen with going back to LSU. Guys, it's about that time. We at the 29:30 mark as far as in the show. I appreciate every single one of y'all coming in, watching the show. Ronco putting in the state, his helping out with the calling out the players and everything in the comment section. Please let me know what you think on all the topics that we discussed earlier today. Even if in the post, show me what's going on. I was like, yes, sir, my man. But yeah, be sure to go and hit that tackle that like button, hit that subscribe, so and hit the bell notification so you can be abreast of what's next on Off the Bench. Ladies and gentlemen, like we do every single episode, please left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Peace.